Hi, this is Sharon Vornholt with the Louisville Gals Real Estate blog, and I have 10 quick tips for you today for keeping your rental property in tip-top shape. Number one is with regards to the wood on your property. Be sure to keep all the exterior wood painted and sealed. If you don't do this, it can lead to deterioration and cause you a whole lot of problems, and a little tiny repair can become a great big repair. The second tip would be about the grade of the property. You always want the grade to slope away from the house to prevent water penetration. By doing this, you'll prevent water from possibly coming into your basement, coming into your crawl space, and you also want to be sure that your grade is, if you have wood siding, that your grade doesn't come up over the wood siding, because this will definitely lead to deterioration of that wood siding. Number three would be your gutters. Be sure you keep your gutters cleaned, remove all the leaves, all the debris, and also be sure to add extenders. One thing that you don't want is for your gutters to drain right next to your foundation. That will also lead to water problems on your property. Number four would be to seal your windows and doors. This is one more step you can take to prevent water penetration, and it will also help prevent the loss of heat and air conditioning, and your tenants will really thank you for this one. Number five is with regards to your trees on your property. Be sure to inspect your trees a couple of times a year. You want to be sure the roots aren't getting down around your foundation, they're not near your sidewalk and going to pop that concrete up. You also want to look for limbs that are damaged, that are diseased, that could fall down and either damage the property itself, or could possibly fall on someone and become a liability issue for you. Trees are great, but they also come with them a good bit of maintenance. For that reason, a lot of landlords hate trees on their property. Number six is your roof. You need to check your roof periodically, and you especially need to check it after storms. You know, it's really easy for shingles to come loose or to go missing, and you get a tiny little leak, and before you know it, you've got damage on the inside of your house. Seeing that water on your ceiling, your drywall ceiling, is one thing, certainly going to be a repair, but what you have to stop and think about is the second possibility, which is mold. Having that moisture slowly just seeping in and soaking into everything can lead to mold behind your drywall, above your ceilings, in your attic. So you want to check that roof and keep it in good repair. Number seven is your chimney. Every chimney, especially that has a wood-burning fireplace, should be inspected at least once a year. It doesn't take a whole lot of creosote to cause a chimney fire, and a chimney fire can literally burn down your house in no time at all. I would caution anybody that has a fireplace, that has tenants, to give them some basic instructions on safe practices with fireplaces. You know, always keep the screens around and that sort of thing. Number eight would be with your HVAC system. You should have this inspected at least once a year, and better yet, twice a year. You want to be sure, if you have a gas furnace, that it's safe, that it's operating properly. We recommend having a carbon monoxide detector around any gas appliances. Regarding your outside unit, you want to be sure you keep all vegetation cut so that your unit can get good airflow. So have those serviced, keep them maintained on a regular basis, and you will extend the life of these two things by many, many years. Number nine is a topic that people generally don't like to do, and that is to check out your crawl space. If you have a crawl space under your house, you have to go in there at least once or twice a year and check it out. That's where you're going to find plumbing leaks, slow plumbing leaks. Now, I will caution you that you can find a lot of other things under there. You can find animals, snakes. You want to be sure that you keep things sealed up and keep your doors on your crawl space so that animals can't get in there and do damage or raise families or that sort of thing. One word of caution, like I said, is if you look in your crawl space and you see standing water, you don't want to go in there. People are noted for having homeowner wiring in crawl spaces, for running extension cords and illegal wiring down there. And if you can't see the ground and you can't see what's on the ground, you could be in for a dangerous situation if you crawl in there and there's electricity and there's water. So just don't do it. The power should always be cut off to the house if you have a situation like that. But regardless, you have to get the water out of there so that you don't set yourself up for mold and all other sorts of things. And the last tip I have for you, and this should be a tenant thing, much like changing the furnace filters. Trip your ground fault circuit interrupters on a monthly basis. When you do your move-in inspection with your tenants, go through and point out where they are, explain to them that they have to be tripped. If they aren't tripped on a monthly basis, they may just fail to trip one day when they need to trip, or they may trip and then they may not be able to be reset. Those things, they're a working mechanical little item, that little button on there, and they do go bad. So tell your tenants, I'm not going to be accepting any calls at 10 o'clock at night when your hair dryer doesn't work because you didn't take care of your ground fault circuit interrupters. Well, I hope these tips help, and I'm going to put the link to the post where I give a little bit more information on each one of these topics. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find it helpful, and thanks for stopping by the Louisville Gals Real Estate blog.